Okie dokie then, and we are now live.
Sweet.
And hello everyone, Nabrui here, and welcome back. It's time once more for some more Final Fantasy XIV, and... Ooh... tonight's Masao could be an interesting one, since it seems like there's going to be some very big revelations that are going to be dropped that's going to be... well... only time will tell just how big they end up being. Because last time...
Now you're lagging a bit. Oh, your voice is.
Oh, great, don't tell me Discord's being a butt.
Might be.
Okay, so I'm going to basically try and move it to where Discord, I can still see Discord active while I'm still got the game running. Lovely. And keep track of the stream via phone, because that's now covering where I'd be keeping an eye on the chat. Right. Anywho, last time round, well, we ended up in a place that I could not have predicted we'd end up going. Just far, far, far into the past. We're basically in a section of the world back before the realm was sundered, and have met a few members of the Asians when in their state where they were back then when they were whole, and well, we're probably going to get some information that hopefully will help with our whole problem with the end of days, but and we kind of have to talk to this guy Hermes, so
Well, technically, they're not the Asians. These are the ancients.
those who would end up becoming the Asians then.
Huh. You are...
Oh. Different. You're different too. You and me,
Ah, there we go. Much better.
we're alike. Friends. I want to
Look,
be...
he's just missing in this gear.
Wait. Please. Wait.
Much nicer. No, if they swap.
Greetings and salutations. Can you hear me? Do not be alarmed. I mean you no harm. I wish only to hear your words, share your feelings, and know your thoughts. May we please be friends? May we please be friends?
Ah! I see you found him. It's Ladeus. It's been a while. Too long, I think.
Too long indeed for close collaborators. On this blessed occasion, I bring not only myself, but others who long to speak with you.
Oh!
You are of the convocation.
Emmett Selk at your service. Do I have the honor of addressing Hermes,
We'll be with you
Chief
for a moment now.
Overseer of
It
Elvis?
just has to teleport over from the area.
You do. You have traveled far for it.
Given your facility's purpose, its remote location is something of a necessity. Would that I didn't have to rely upon a guide.
Oh, you wound me. Have I not ever been an attentive and helpful friend? But moving along to more agreeable company, this one we chance to... Well, you certainly have her attention. Is she one of yours, Hermes?
Her name is Meteon. It means shooting star.
An avian species, huh?
Oh, that was it.
If I may make an observation, her ether is terribly thin. I fear she might dissipate at any moment. Nor do I believe you've made a submission to the Bureau. I would remember such a concept if you had.
I haven't, as you say. I judged it too early. She's a pet project of mine, still undergoing preliminary testing. But rest assured that I will attend in person ere long.
Hey, no, where are screenshots
Very
of
well.
putting up?
Being an authority on flying life forms, I appreciate that you are exacting in your work. I shall look forward to your submission.
Not sure.
Yeah, that's right. You're on
Console.
If we have finished with the perfunctory
Yeah,
chit-chat, I would discuss official matters.
but
By my coming, I trust you already anticipate the subject.
sure. Here we go.
I have an inkling, yes. Please wait in the main building yonder. I shall join you as soon as I've returned these creatures to their homes.
What's wrong, Hermes?
An amostoma is missing.
I may have found it. A creature with the self-same ether as those there, nestled in the boughs of a tree outside the grounds.
It opened in CSP.
You're saying they can climb with their sorry excuses for limbs?
The fashion has been to imbue aquatic creatures with the power of flight, ever since the words of Metron created a sky-swimming fish. The Ambistomas too can fly, if only slightly, and they could conceivably climb a tree. Whether they can come down safely, however. Excuse me.
I'll help too.
And what are we supposed to do with this lot?
May I suggest we split up? If you would be so good as to assist Hermes, Emmett Selk and I shall keep an eye on these adorable creations in the meantime.
So it's taking so long. Didn't expect this to happen.
No worries. Gives me time to work on knocking out cutscenes and
Yeah. Shouldn't be too long. Just asking.
Yeah. I have to say, at first glance of this Mateon character, at just the whole avian race
Meteon.
thing, yeah, I probably could be
Her
a
name is Meteon.
medium. I'm probably gonna need to hear the name a few more times before the pronunciation sticks. But I kind of wish that her form was one of the playable races, because I could definitely have some fun with a more avian player race. First impressions of Hermes, not too bad. Elpis is definitely an interesting place. Awesome. Yay! Now I got the gemstone trader, so I can eventually get some upgrades.
This appears to be the place. And here is where we part ways. We will be discussing highly sensitive affairs. Only a select few may be privy to such knowledge, and that does not include someone who cannot or will not divulge their origins. What? Will I have to remove you by force? Let's hear them then, these reasons of yours. Who knows? If I deem your mysterious cause worthy, I may even be inclined to offer my assistance.
I do not object to her attendance.
Hermes, this is highly irregular.
Perhaps. But I believe she can be trusted. Meteion would not have taken to her so quickly otherwise. Moreover, the presence of a third party may help me to maintain composure.
As you wish, then. Behave yourself, do you hear?
Alright, it is on its way. Oh, hold on. Assuming this is going to do it properly.
So, it's finally happened then.
Where is it? No, wait, hold on.
Aye.
It's others. Elpis,
Van
right? Where was
Daniels
it again you were
declared his
at?
intention to step down and named
Specifically
you
in Elpis?
as his preferred successor.
Over nearby the main building closest to the
In
first
recognition of your
Aetherite.
knowledge and your works,
The name.
convocation is given the
Agnorosis, right?
recommendation due consideration.
Agnorosis, yeah. Agnorosis,
As one
yeah.
who does not know you personally, I am to use my impartial
Agnorosis?
eye to take
Well,
your
the one
measure.
with the hard to pronounce name that isn't Polydonico.
And above all else, to ascertain your disposition
Whatever, it'll
towards
find
the
you, right?
invitation.
It'll find you, it can fly.
I understand that you and Fandaniel are close. He himself was once chief overseer of Elpis after all. I should not be surprised if you knew before anyone
where are you?
else that he wished to relinquish his office.
Second Aetherite?
First
Or-
Aetherite.
He told me that when he fulfilled his purpose,
You sure?
he wished to pass the torch to me.
Well, the first one I had access to. The other two I
Oh,
don't.
wonders.
You seem none too pleased to accept. Are you so averse to serving on the
In
convocation?
the cutscene, so I
Yours the
can't
map.
give you the exact name.
No, it's not that.
Right.
For a humble researcher like myself to even be considered
It forgets.
is an honor beyond words. No. What troubles me, what I struggle to come to terms with, is the very fact that Fandaniel is stepping down. Does this not mean that he will return to the star?
Of his own volition, yes, like so many others have before him.
Return to the star? Does that mean die?
Well now, that's not a word I hear often. Is that what you say here in Elpis? Mankind is the life of Aetheris.
Well, when you
Each
got the
of
cutscene,
us,
tell it.
a drop of blood flowing through its veins, bearing sustenance. In our finite time upon it, 'tis our duty to make it a better place, that all who call it home, now and in future, may abide in happiness. To that end, we have dedicated ourselves to the pursuit of enlightened creation. And by our efforts did we transform this once untamed wilderness into the peaceful paradise you enjoy today. To return to the star whence we came is a privilege afforded to we who have so loved and nurtured it. A choice embraced by those who have lived their lives to the fullest, in service to our world. And when they depart upon this journey, it is beautiful, always.
The 14 are no exception. 'Tis believed no occasion is more felicitous than the fulfillment of one's duty. Our office becomes our lives, and to retire is to return, or so the majority of us hold. Some few have elected to eschew custom. Mayhap you feel Fandaniel's deeds do not warrant his return. Yet you should know his accomplishments as well as any. During his time, he conceived of countless outstanding concepts. And channeling the wealth of experience he attained here in Elpis, he brought forth many new specimens.
I know of all this. I do. It's just, I cannot fathom why someone so great and wise, who could still do so much good, would want to end it all. Oh no, I've made her upset. Forgive me. I know I requested your presence. Might I trouble you to take Meteon outside? A change of scenery would do her good.
So for stars, the ancients have a much different view on death than we do. And yes, anagnorisis. My best attempt at pronouncing that.
Anagnorisis.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, arachnoresis, probably.
Mm-hmm.
And the ancients. Oh shit, almost at different to the different. No freaking way! Is that? Wait, what?
Okay.
Oh no, just a couple of friends online, apparently. Don't worry about it. There, okay, done. Alright, oh there you are, you're right in the Ares Road.
Mm-hmm.
Down here.
I'm definitely eager to learn more about this place.
Indeed. So, Nay, a
Yeah.
question for you.
What?
Did you run off? What should we do first?
At the moment, I'm going about the having media along to help me learn about this place. But if you want, we can go and roll for a duty finder.
Nah, you do the thing with Medion first. Because the Medion one is like, the escort objectives like this, they're kind of annoying. As you probably well know, so yeah, probably best to play out the thing with Medion, go to the different objectives and learn.
Basically, get to the end of the escort quest.
Pretty much. Mostly because the escort quests are really annoying to do.
Yeah. Could this Medion's ability be kind of like an early manifestation of the Echo? Yeah, fighting, crafting, gathering. I've dabbled in all three of those. Plus, I feel like I don't want to keep it a secret from this little one. Playing is... I'll stick with fighting. It's what I do the most of. gotta go speak to Hermes while I've got her with me, and then this little escort quest will be done. Alrighty. All good to go here. So I guess the question is,
Ready.
what roulette shall we run?
That is a good question, eh? What do you think? Oh, by the way. wrong one. Ah! Going Sentai this time, are we? Very.
I was finally able to find it, which means now I can actually make that one glam I've been wanting to make, but that's still gonna take some time.
Okay, that's the Red Ranger pose, but what kind of which Red Ranger?
Good question. I don't exactly have all of the Red Ranger poses memorized.
Is it anyone in specific that you can remember though? Because like if you can't, Nay, you know that this one's gonna kick your ass. Oh, by the way, Gunbreaker is surprisingly good in PvP.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking awesome in PvP actually. He actually survived, got a kill or two. Usually just drop dead.
Yeah. Although as far as Red Ranger poses, a classic and definitely one that has stood out to me has to be Gosei Red.
Sure enough. How about normal raid?
That'll work. Yeah, but to get the gland I want to work on, there's a few level 90 things that I need, so I'm not gonna be able to do much until I have access to those dungeons.
definitely agree on though. Raid music fucking slaps.
Oh, without a doubt.
Wait until you hear the raid theme for. Wait until you hear Scream. That's the track for FFXIV. Those are the those are what kind of raids for Endwalker raids. Wait until you hear those. It's like FFXIV. Oh, by the way, FFXIV is like the second. And Abyssios is the last set. Abyssios is the second. No, sorry, the first set. Asphodelos is the first. First raids are the Asphodelos raids. Then the Abyssios. Then once you get to them, holy crap. Big scream is gonna blow that fucking track. Slaps. Has full lyrics.
So glad to hear that you're starting to get more of a feel for Gunbreaker.
It's only at level 63 right now, so it's not really too hard to like do shit with. Like it's still got all its basic stuff and hasn't really got any like new abilities yet. So Gunbreaker is very only really unlocks what was it? Bowshock? Only really unlocks Bowshock at level 62, which is,
Yeah.
Bowshock. Don't know what it is, whatever it is. It's like, it hasn't really unlocked anything cool yet, because it's still, like, at starting levels. It's saying, like, a lot, but, bleh.
Yeah, I mean, Bowshock is basically the equivalent to the, same kind of ability that Paladins have. I blank on the name off the top of my head, though. Ah, there it is. Circle of Scorn. That's the paladin ability.
Next quest for you.
Alrighty. Yeah. Just let me know when you want to run another roulette. on the difference between living beings and arcane entities. And with my exposure so far, the world of the ancients was a very interesting one. Okay, next up. They want to take in as much as I can get at this place.
Amazing, is it not? The Ampelos, one of our newest subjects. So, how are we coming along?
This place is Elpis. Those flowers. Elpers. Entelekis. Like me.
They are a product of Elpis, and so named for their birthplace. A happy accident, born of the hands of a former researcher who loved beautiful blossoms. Unique for how they change color, to reflect the emotional state of those nearby. Though be it here or elsewhere, they are seldom seen in any hue save purest white.
Reflect the emotional state, you say? By what means do they achieve this?
In creation, there exists an energy wholly apart from ether, one driven by emotions. In like manner to how we manipulate ether, this flower is subject to the influence of said energy. While it has no will of its own, it is sensitive to the prevailing emotion in the vicinity, and reacts by altering its color and vibrancy.
Akasha? It is one of the unseen energies defined by Harnish alchemical theory. Though a gross oversimplification, some describe it as an essence influenced by feeling.
Akasha. Though I'm not familiar with the term, your description suggests it is the self-same energy. Dynamis, we call it.
Dynamis. Oh boy.
And those entities like the Elpis flower that have the ability to interact with this energy, converting emotions into tangible phenomena, are Entelekis.
That's me! That's me! An Enteleki!
That you are, my dear. And no ordinary one at that, but the first possessed of free will.
Wait. A form of energy other than ether? Dynamis? I've never heard of such a thing.
I haven't heard of Dynamis since back into Final Fantasy XI.
Hardly surprising. Dynamis cannot be seen, much less felt. And though its
Forget there was
existence
the
has long
one
been
with the big
theorized, we had no proof until the flower's serendipitous creation. What's
No, it
more,
was one of them with the
Dynamis is
serfs,
far weaker than ether. Under normal circumstances, its effects are drowned out by the latter. On account of which, beings comprised of and reliant upon the ether, like you and I, are unable to make practical use of Dynamis. 'Tis a truly esoteric thing, known to but a select few scholars.
Intriguing. Then, given the limitations you described, why create Meteon?
Our star, Aetheris, is especially rich in ether, so much so that its name is derived from it. However, when we consider all energy in existence here and in the vast space beyond, Dynamis may account for as much as 68.3%. The more abundant form by far. Were we able to control it, we could open the door to limitless possibilities. 'Tis not unlike a gently flowing stream, unable to break through the dam of ether barring its path. But if we could imbue the stream with the vigor of a raging river... Not that I have such grand ambitions. Nay. I merely wish to create a being that could traverse the great expanse. The relative scarcity of ether beyond the bounds of this star was a concern. And so, I looked to another source of energy by necessity.
That being Dynamis. No wonder her ether is so thin.
Precisely.
Yours is thin too. Like an entelechy. Like me. So, are we the same? Entelecchies.
That sounds more akin to the desperate flailings of a wild beast when facing imminent death.
A deficit of ether alone does not an entelechy make. It would, however, make it easier for you to interact with Dynamis. And limited though its influence may be, this quality could prove the difference between victory and defeat. You do well not to underestimate it. Oh dear. I'd forgotten about the poor fellow. You must excuse me a moment while I go and verify a few more things.
Interesting. If what Hermes said is accurate, then despite the people of Heidelin being so dependent on ether, the amount of ether in the universe at large is comparably small compared to this Dynamis energy. And taking the metaphor of Aether being a gentle stream versus Dynamis being a raging river, could that be something affecting why the whole stagnation of ether is occurring? Because something interrupting the flow where Dynamis could be used as a catalyst to get the flow going? Things being out of balance. You still on the other spec. I love all this info I'm getting. And probably find it hard to believe that I've ended up where I've gone to get the info from.
Indeed.
Yeah, now things are really starting to get interesting now.
completing your quest?
Mm-hmm. Still on level 86 quest, so a bit of a ways off from the next dungeon. But yeah, outside of the realm of cutscenes, so if you feel like when it's time to run a fresh roulette. Now's a solid time. Because, yeah, as much as I'm really getting into the story, what's going down, I still gotta remember, okay, I'm getting pulled into the story, but at the same time, we also gotta keep things somewhat balanced.
Honestly, it's actually a bit preoccupied myself tonight, so... Honestly, considering Elpis is a really big part of the story, and the next dungeon is actually level 87, yeah, you're not actually that far off.
next step, we gotta go pester Emmett Silk.
Or him itself.
At one point, I really should consider investing in like a wireless keyboard for my Xbox, or like one of those keyboard plugins for the controller, because using the controller keyboard, the keyboard for or I have to use the just the controller on its own to type in is a lot more inefficient. And I especially hope I don't end up misspelling it, because yeesh.
No, no, no. You are not foisting this nonsense on me.
I'm given to understand you have the power to help the Charybdis, and should be quite willing to do so. And so I appeal to your better nature, most benevolent Emetselk. Please teach her to fly.
Or else Hermes will transform. Right now.
Now, there's no need to go quite that far. Altruism is its own reward, as I'm sure he would agree.
Oh, would he now? And who contrived to put me in this position, pray tell?
Nothing so devious. I merely suggested a possible course of action.
Please, Emetselk. Please.
I did not come all this way to play nursemaid to your creations. I'd thank you to remember this favor and let it be the last. I will aid it once it has taken to the air. It falls to you to shepherd it skyward.
That's a familiar looking mount there.
Well, Let's relax and enjoy the spectacle, shall we? You were wondering why Emmett Selk joined the convocation. Truth be told, he wasn't the first choice for the office. I was, on the strength of my ability to see ether. But I declined the offer. For though my vision is exceptional, I am pedestrian in all other aspects. Worse even. Quite abysmal when it comes to manipulating ether, for example. Couldn't transform even if I had a mind to do so. What good is the ability to perceive a problem if one cannot act to address it? Emmett Selk has no such shortcomings. He excels in vision and manipulation both, the latter to an extraordinary degree. If there is a mage more powerful, I do not know of them. Thus did I recommend him for the office in my stead. And I wasn't the only one. Far from it. Countless others vouched for his skill and character. People the world over, to whom he had previously lent a helping hand. Oh, how surprised he was. Claimed he hadn't done anything remarkable for anyone. Modest to a fault. He deserved every bit of acclaim he received. Yet he may well have gone unappreciated were it not for a mutual friend. A singular soul who can't help but involve herself in the business of others. Where she walks, excitement is certain to follow. Her antics irritate Emmett Selk to no end. But much of his grumbling stems from genuine concern. When our friend calls, he never fails to answer and lend his talents. And in the course of doing so, he himself came to be recognized and respected by those around him. They are truly remarkable individuals, and I'm proud to call them friends. To help them realize their dreams. This will be my greatest contribution to our world. And when they have fulfilled their respective purposes, so too shall I have fulfilled mine, and together we may return to the star. Look at me, spilling my innermost secrets. I can't seem to help it with you. I can only assume it is due to the color of your soul. I just don't understand how you can be so alike and yet so different.
Well done, my pet. Well done!
Ah, yes. I dare say the Charybdis will be fine here on. Why don't you go and signal to Emmett Selk? Let him know that his arduous task is at an end.
So, Emmett Selk used to be something of an adventurer. I mean, I'm trying not to be quiet, but at the same time, I'm just getting just way too invested in just the lore and everything that they're just dropping on us here.
Really changes how you see the Ascians, doesn't it?
I mean, this is them before they became Ascians. Before the final days came and just skewed them into being so desperate to restore what was lost. And seeing what they had, I can see why they'd be so desperate. Because technically speaking, the world as we know it is still fragmented from what it once was. And plus, my curiosity can't help but be piqued, especially with how much you've let on just about how much this area is going to change the views on things. access now to the island with the second etherite. Which means, first thing first, gotta attune. memory manipulation. That is a dangerous route, Hermes. So the ancients called what we know as mortals as Adonis.
Yep.
I don't see the connection.
says nothing.
It feels like we might be getting close to a point where we could shift things up a little bit with a fresh roulette.
Indeed. Its dragon is bigger than yours.
Mine's got a hammer though.
Wait, where? Oh, yeah, I'd say so. Yeah, that's cool. Pretty freaking awesome, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it would use something other than Midgard's armor, but like, yeah. Have you turned in your current quest, by the way?
It's Ray to turn in. Currently on a sentimental gift.
Turn it in, and then we can do the next roulette.
Hermes!
Oh, you were waiting for me.
You've finished talking?
Yes, we've come to a decision. My thanks for keeping Meteon company. Emmett Selk and Hythlodaeus have already retired to their rooms. There is room for you too, if you would follow me.
Wait! I want to show you something first.
Elpis flowers?
Go on. You're not the only one, Hermes. Others feel sad too. You're not alone.
I see Meteon has shared much with you. May we talk a moment? I do not think it wrong that we live for the star, that we strive to make it a better place. And yet, in carrying out my duties here, there are times when I am plagued by doubt. Do you recall what Hythlodaeus said when we first spoke of my nomination? Death is the privilege of those who have fulfilled their purpose, a choice they embrace of their own free will, and when they depart, it is always beautiful. Perhaps it is, but only for man. Creations that he deems useless are discarded with nary a second thought. Some scarcely born into the world, afforded a handful of breaths before life and potential are abruptly extinguished. We make an effort to spare them the pain. They sense what awaits. Rage and anguish and cower and fear. And it is not beautiful. Yet no one cares. No one. So fixated are we upon the duty that we do not pause to question the method. Pain and suffering, confusion and despair, writ plain in the eyes of those poor creatures. Yet no one sees. We turn a blind eye and carry on in blissful ignorance. Not amiss. And always, always the blossoms shine pure and white. A contradiction so blatant I could scream, want to scream. How can you all accept this aberration? Then I wonder, am I the aberration for thinking thus? And I'm filled with dread. But now I know I'm not alone. Not the only one for whom the flowers weep. I won't ask what you thought as you kneeled beside the Elpis, or if you only did it at Meteon's insistence. Nevertheless, I thank you. To know that you too have experienced suffering is a comfort. Lest you misunderstand, I derive no pleasure from your pain. It's just the fact that you are still here in spite of your suffering gives me heart. The stars in the heavens. Know you what they are? Though it is too far to tell, each glittering light could be a world not unlike Aetheris. A world filled with life. So many stars, so many lives. For us, there may be no higher purpose than to live for our world. But what of the other living beings out there? What is it that gives their lives meaning? That drives them day after day after day? To pose that question to our undiscovered cousins, I created beings of dynamis, who can traverse the vast emptiness between the stars. Meteon and her sisters. Aye, sisters. She has a great many of them, and they have already departed on their journey, traveling to one star and then the next in search of life. As one might expect, exploration on such a grand scale is rife with difficulties, and thus far I've naught to show for it. But I have faith that we will make some manner of discovery ere long. And when we do, I should be glad to share our findings with you, in gratitude for your kindness. It's getting rather late. We had best find our beds. It would not do for both of us to be sleep-deprived on the morrow. Come, Meteon. Let's head back.
All right.
It looks like Meteon sensed something. Well, I'm free from cutscene land.
Lovely.
And that was a nice one. A little bit of bonding, giving Hermes some hope. So I guess now the question is, what roulette to run?
Question. We've done normal raid. Well, you can't do expert yet, and we can't do this. How about a trial?
Yeah, that might be doable.
Yeah, allow us.
Oh boy, Leviathan.
What? It's not that bad.
keep on forgetting how easy that fight is off of Extreme. I've gotten so used to running the Extreme version. Well, that went fast.
Of course. It's us, is it not? We're both pretty high level.
Yeah, fair, fair. I'm still story locked before I can start getting myself some solid level 90 gear, and not have to buy it on the market board. Yeah, I gotta say, I definitely enjoy the aesthetics of the Pictomancer job.
So, Nay, question for you
Yes.
about Gunbreaker. Would you say Gunbreaker is like one of the most unga-bunga of the tanks?
I mean, Warriors got is fierce competition for that title.
Yeah, but like Gunbreaker is just the DPS tank.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, sure, you got the 1, 2, 3, but you also got the 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I suppose if you did break them down, Paladin was always the physical tank. Dark Knights was the magic tank. Warrior was the HP rage tank. And yeah, Gunbreaker is probably the DPS tank. Or to make a portmanteau of a different meme, 3 DPS in a trench coat. Yeah, still definitely my favorite of the tanks so far. And admittedly, before it was brought in as a tank, I probably would not have thought of it too much as being a tank class, because, well, the only gunblades that really come to mind are Squall and Lightning, and Lightning, at the very least, it seems to be a bit more DPS-y. I suppose you could argue Squall being more of a tank that could just do big damage. But yeah, it works well as a tank, I'd say. Yeah. At one point, I need to actually try and use Paladin a bit more, because for all these kinds of games, I've never once gotten too deep into the classic sword and board type character.
So, you're doing your quest or what?
Yep, picking it up. But if you want to do another roulette, I'm more than game for it.
Oh no, it's been waiting a long time for you to get this.
I'll worry about the side quests that'll help unlock Aetheryte points later. For now, it's the main story.
You're not gonna be able to unlock, like, Aetheryte anyway.
Or
You gotta do main story to unlock it, to unlock the entire Aetheryte in this area anyway,
or,
so...
Aether Currents, I mean.
Yeah, that's what it meant. To unlock Aether Currents, you gotta do, like, you gotta do MSQ to unlock Aether Currents.
I mean, so far I've managed to find
Back
two
Chris, huh?
here that I can attune to in the wild.
Oh, that's right! This tank is going to die!
Uh-oh.
Kill it. Kill that thing. Yeah, ninja sail. Seems like the most appropriate job to have with this gear because, like, ninja's master of disguise. So it just felt like the most appropriate job here. Yeah, you go finish your quest.
Yeah, so these are those things that went wild. They look to be of a similar breed to the Fenrir. dear, intimidating music now playing.
Now.
Forgive me. Please, forgive me.
May you and your kin find peace. Wherever your souls may drift in the underworld, may you find tranquil seas. Be not forgotten, in concept endure, to reclaim form and one day live again. Serve not the star, or any purpose save your own. Live again, if that be your desire. Hate, if that be your want. We are worthy. But leave your suffering behind. Lay down your burdens, be born anew. Fly high, fly free.
Join the convocation, Hermes. You do not belong here.
Leave to replace another. To be replaced. It changes nothing. Tell me, do you think it right that we sacrifice all these lives for the sake of the star? And when the star has reached perfection, what then? If all who are satisfied choose to die, shall we all die in satisfaction? I do not know. Were I to take up the seat of Fandaniel, it would be tantamount to approving my predecessor's death. I do not know if it is right. and to be torn by such thoughts. I do not know if I am fit to represent mankind.
Hermes! Please don't be angry. It hurts so.
Forgive me. If you would still consider me in spite of everything, I beg some time to gather my thoughts. Meanwhile, Hythlodaeus, I fear I must trouble you to attend to the others.
'Tis no trouble at all. Take as long as you require.
And you, my friend, I pray you find that which you seek.
I expect we have some few matters to discuss. Shall we return to the 12 Wonders for a time?
Aye.
So will Hermes actually end up taking his ace among the 14? One would possibly think that, given his stance towards life compared to what most people in this age think is definitely runs counter, could potentially have him at odds with the rest of them. And the level for the quests have just reached 87. Which means good chance that the next dungeon is not that far off.
Yep.
I present to you Calamelios Zephyros. Here you will find a number of testing facilities, as well as the observation hub of Poiton Oikos. Right then. Let's begin by... Well, well. An Arrayus. How delightful.
And what, pray tell, is that?
Ah, that's a new species of shark. We approved the concept but a few days ago. Sharks are among the most popular sea creatures. Rare is the day when someone does not submit a new concept. At first, they were largely orthodox, consideration given to such things as size and environmental impact. And then a whimsical someone thought to bestow it with flight, another superior intelligence. And then the floodgates burst. Concepts with multiple heads, or arms and legs, and so on and so forth. It was getting absurd. A part of me wanted to tell them to go away and find something else to create, but again, I couldn't deny their passion. And here we are.
That was too close. Are you unharmed? Well now, if it isn't a pair of familiar faces.
Vanar, that we should meet you here.
Vanar. Oh.
As I mentioned earlier, the better part of the convocation holds that when we retire is when we return to the star. Well, she is not among said majority. Even after stepping down, she carries on with her work. Vanar is her name, and she is the previous Azem.
It has been a while, Hythlodaeus. You look well. Less so, Emmet Selk. I dare say the lines upon your brow have both deepened and doubled in number. A shame for one so young. You must make an effort to frown less often.
Easier said than done, thanks to your unruly successor.
How is she, if I may ask?
Incorrigible as ever. Rushed headlong into a volcano on the brink of eruption just the other day. I should be glad to share the tale in its entirety later, if you're so inclined.
Oh, you know I am. Now then, you are? I say, have you perchance come from the future?
Crap, she called me
I
out.
do not believe we have ever met, yet I sense my magic upon you. Therefore, if I wove the enchantment, I could only have done so at a later point in time.
What manner of magic is this, if I may ask?
A traveler's ward, of course. It prevents the corruption of one's ether. Primals, you say? But I'm not familiar with such beings. But if they enthrall by warping the balance of ether, then yes, the magic would afford you a measure of protection. I gather from your question that you are not ignorant to its presence.
Hold on. From the future? That's absurd.
What is it? Are you unable to speak of the matter?
The reality to which you must return exists as a result of the final days. You cannot reshape the past to undo the tragedies of the present.
So, your actions here will not change your history, but they may yet affect the course of ours. How very exciting! I'm quite fond of delving into the unknown, and there's naught more unknown than the future. Until a moment finally arrives, we cannot know for certain what will come to pass, regardless of our supposed foreknowledge, so you needn't worry for us. More importantly, that you should go to such great lengths as to travel unto the past bespeaks the gravity of your quest. Will you not reveal it to us? Mayhap we can be of aid to your cause.
If this is true, then you've been keeping quite the secret to yourself. As a representative of the Convocation, I will hear it all. Your identity, purpose, everything.
Why don't we move to a place more conducive to calm conversation? I've been working here for some days now at an old friend's behest. If it is agreeable, we may make use of my accommodation at Poiton Oikos. We were meant to meet. I am certain of it. Else I wouldn't have marked you so clearly, and sent you unto myself in the past. It's precisely the sort of mischief I would get up to, and quite inspired, if I do say so myself.
Well, looks like thanks to Vanna, the cat is just about to be out of the bag. Ah, there's the aether current. Might as well while I'm here. I do believe I found the crystal I'm looking for.
Ah. Poison icons, right?
Mm-hmm. And Aetherite attuned. Oh, also a mender here. Very useful because I can stand to repair my gear a bit. I think next up is going to be a nice long chat with Vanna, basically spilling the beans about why I came here and what I need help finding. I still feel a little bit wary about someone with the name Vanna due to my experiences in Final Fantasy XII.
A wonderful aroma. I feel more relaxed already.
Would that I had sweetmeats to offer, but I travel light out of habit. There's plenty of hot water though, so please have as much tea as you like. Now then, will you tell us your tale?
Why don't you start from the beginning? Preposterous. Utterly preposterous.
While not the words I would have chosen, I too have my doubts. Much of it borders on the incredulous. What of you, Vanar?
Not knowing the precise details of the first final days, it is difficult to determine the veracity of the tale. Supposing it is all true, I must ask myself why I would do what I did. Why would I feel I had no recourse but to oppose the 14 and create this Hydaelyn? Circumstances change, of course, but it would not have been an easy decision regardless. No, there must have been a reason. One compelling enough to force me to take such drastic measures. Then there is the Elpis flower, which I said would serve as a guide. That it's of import to your mission is plain, but your presence here leads me to believe that this place also holds significance. But what could it be? What are we meant to accomplish?
Might it not be simply thus? In the future, whence she came, the final days could not be averted. Mankind has no choice but to flee the star. By alerting us to that eventuality, perhaps you wish to pave the way for other futures.
Theoretically speaking, it is a possibility. Yet if that were my primary objective, I see no reason to guide our friend to Elpis specifically. The capital and Amarot, or even my own home would be more logical destinations.
True, true. I note also that Hydaelyn did not specify a point in time to which she must return. By this, it may be inferred that it was not critical that we should meet.
Alternately, she had reason to believe that our paths would converge, coincidental though it may seem.
This is quite a puzzle, and we do not have all the pieces.
Hardly any, but we do have one immutable fact. If the final days are indeed as described, they will bring death to all that I hold dear. Yet despite being afforded long years of preparation, the only provisions I could make were for flight. Nay, my first and foremost endeavor would be to find a way to forestall the coming doom.
Given that even the 14 failed, mayhap you deemed it impossible.
nothing is impossible. This I have always believed. And if Hydaelyn is indeed me, she would believe the same.
Listen to yourself. Are you seriously entertaining the notion that you are a messianic figure in some far-fetched tale? Well, I will not. I refuse to accept that our world could be undone by some unforeseen calamity. I also take offense to my portrayal as a megalomaniacal madman. To sacrifice oneself for the star is a noble act, and I would hold those who gave themselves to this zodiac in the highest esteem. Yet, you claim I recreated Amarot and populated it with phantoms of our people? A bizarre indulgence that would be insulting to their memory. Worse still, I even invited you there. Literally invited my own downfall. Why would I do something so idiotic and inexplicable? Now, I will allow that the hypothetical task of restoring our world would be daunting in the extreme. The thought of having to bear such a burden for 1,000 lives horrifies me. But I would never forsake my duty. I would never forsake my brethren. You do not know me. I've had my fill of your fiction. I will return to my duty, and you will not bother me again.
Emmett Selk! Wait!
Yeah, I can't blame him for walking
You've
out
seen
on all
much of
that.
Elpis already. If you have any observations to share, I should like to hear them. Ah yes, the energy distinct from ether. Though not my field, I have a basic understanding of dynamis. And you say Hermes researched the phenomenon in the course of creating Meteon? Yes, I believe this warrants further investigation. With that settled, it is time for action. The missing pieces of the puzzle are here, I'm certain of it. And when you find them, the picture my future self has painted will be complete, and you will have your answer. Now suffice it to say, I will aid you in your quest. Have faith. If Emmett Selk is the man Azum described to me, we've not seen the last of him.
Well, that was a bit of a doozy right there. Well, the cat's out of the bag, and yeah. Vana and the others definitely raise a good point, is why lead me here specifically? At least with these, what we've discovered so far exploring here, it seems like the whole subject of dynamis energy is going to be potentially a critical part of what we're looking for here in the past. Let's see if Anna had better luck than I did.
Ash.
Yeah, I gotta say the story here so far has been really sucking me in. I mean, it's easy. It's pretty easy to tell when I get really sucked into to the story when I just have a hard time remembering to speak and talk just because, well, it's just doing that good a job of pulling me in. I just get enthralled in it. And the Endwalker story is basically the culmination of the first full major arc of Final Fantasy XIV. And not sure if I'll be able to get to the next dungeon in this one stream, but at the same time, I am enjoying the path to there.
A delightful breeze and a breathtaking view. What is it like in the future? Is the world still a beautiful place? I swear I could hear the glimmer in your eyes and the adoration in your voice. While we wait, will you not tell me about your adventures? Well, not the portentous events which led you here, but the simple delights all your own. By learning about the future world, I may gain insight into future me's plans. But more than that, I have an interest simply as a fellow traveler. Short of going somewhere oneself, there's naught more stirring than hearing another's account. Incredible. Would that I could have been there to see it. Yours is a harsh and unforgiving world. Yet in spite of this, your brethren hold fast to their virtue. To know that the light of mankind's potential still shines, even in that faraway place, it gives me heart. Thank you for regaling me with your tales. I will treasure every word. As you know, I was once a scholar. And among other things, I sought to understand the workings of the world. What exactly is ether? How formed the laws of nature? Whence sprung mankind? Riddles and mysteries beyond counting. Over the years, I have managed to find answers to some few of them. Yet rather than attain a sense of mastery, the more I understood, the more I came to hold the world and its miracles in awe. We too are miracles, each and every one of us, born of the warm breath of life that traverses the heavens, swirling through eternity. When I fully grasped the improbability of our existence, nothing felt impossible anymore. If it could be imagined, it could be done. A passion swelled within me, an epiphany dispelling all preconceptions of what was natural and true, and a presence without, immense yet intimate. Fate, perhaps, holding us in its tender embrace. As reassuring as it was intimidating, how keenly aware I became of creation's fragility, built as it is upon precarious happenstance. I was overcome with an irrepressible urge to know the world more intimately, to hear its voice, feel its breath. I ventured forth on a journey that very day, so very long ago now. Freed from presumption and prejudice, I saw the world through a newborn's eyes. Everything fresh and new, and so beautiful. Lands that stretched on forever. Skies one could drown in. The heartbeat of nature, silent yet strong. And amidst it all a people, beacons of light and life. Laughter that warmed my heart like naught else before. They are my meaning, and my purpose, my love. And so long as they need help, I cannot return to the star. Perhaps my future self is still waiting for it. A moment she can let go and walk unto the end. Safe in the knowledge that man will find his own way. You, who are our future, tell me this, and tell me true. Has your journey been good? Has it been worthwhile?
Pray forgive my lateness. My observation subject was rather irritable, and it took a while to settle it down.
And we had the moment, and we lost it.
Precedence. Besides, we had a pleasant conversation in the meantime.
You're too kind. Now then, I'm told you wished to ask me some questions.
Indeed. I've an interest in one of Hermes' creations. Meteon. You witnessed a host of them take flight, yes?
Oh, that! Yes, I did. It was in the dark of the morn. I'd left the Thalassai after nocturnal observation. As I walked along, I spied a bright light climbing high into the southeastern skies. Then, in an instant, it was gone. Like a shooting star, only rising rather than falling. But then another shot up. Then another, and another. Intrigued, I made my way to the edge to investigate. And who should I spy on an isle to the south but Hermes and Meteon, the Matea, rather. There were lots of them, and I realized they must be the shooting stars that I'd seen.
A dazzling spectacle indeed. Have you spoken with Hermes about this?
Oh, yes. The sight left such an impression on me that I approached him about his mystery project the very next day. Alas, he said that he couldn't reveal anything just yet, that he needed to conduct further tests. It shouldn't be long now, though. He often returns to that isle, and I have a feeling he's nearing a breakthrough.
Splendid. We are likewise eager for the details. Well, that is all we wish to ask. Thank you for taking the time to indulge our curiosity.
You're very welcome. It's always a pleasure to speak with other inquisitive souls. Oh, and will you be descending now? If so, I shall link the doors for you.
Please.
There you go, just need to step into it a sec.
Mm-hmm. This journey has been fascinating so far. At the same time, it also kind of feels like we're starting to get to a point where a point to add in another roulette to refresh things a bit.
Elpis is one section I really just want you to miss.
Mm-hmm.
And again, it preoccupied most of the night.
Because we have been going for 3 hours, and because of daylight savings time here and where you're at. This is basically roughly where we would be closing it off prior to daylight savings time kicking in. So, perhaps this is a good spot to wrap things up for now and leave the little sparring match I'm up to getting up to next with Vanat for next time. Because we've made some really good progress with this getting through Elpis and learning of what it has to reveal. So, you feel like calling it for the night?
Hmm? What? Yeah, if you want to keep going, it's happy to keep going. Maybe one more dungeon. What do you think? Or raid or what I mean, combat duty. You wouldn't be able to join an expert trials anyway, expert duties anyway, because they're level 100, and you need to unlock them as well. You need to unlock all of them.
Yeah,
Which means you need to do Don't Outpost too.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to do expert stuff until I'm basically caught up with the MSQ and Dawn Trail, so that's not gonna be in the picture for some time. But yeah, I'm definitely game for one more roulette before we wrap things up.
You need to tell her when you got that emote. It's samurai. You know we're doing this. Come on. Samurai Machinist? Fuck yes. A bit of activity to bring things to a satisfying conclusion for the night. Indeed, and it will be once we get offline. I can finally tell you what it was doing. All this time, I can finally share that because it's not exactly well. Well, let's just say it's not going to be telling the stream what it's. Well, you already have an inkling of, exactly what's been. What's been going on, but elaborate on what. By the way, is that blade for that set? Nah, the costume is on its own. This is the costume, like Sentai or Garo? This one.
And this is more probably more Sentai that because Garo is legit Garo, which you can still get over with the PvP. This stuff I was actually able to find it on the Mog Station because it was originally a quest reward from one of the holiday seasonal events. But of course, after that event comes and goes, it eventually makes it to the Mog shop. So this is literally just a costume, a headpiece, and a chest piece.
Ah, cool. So you said it's the Mog Station?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yep.
Interesting.
Yeah, I couldn't find it.
It's dyeable too, from the look of it.
I do believe so.
Yep, it's totally dyeable. Use the gear preview thing. You know, if we had two of you, we could turn this into a bomber person, actually. Probably turn into like a mini set. Technically speaking. Not that we would be doing that. We would totally like be switching like we would totally be switching helmets to something more something less Sentai and more Kamen Rider.
I mean, this helm is basically one of the things I was missing that I couldn't get directly in game for my Kamen Rider Wizard glam.
Show it right now. Show.
I don't have the glam finish yet because some of the items I need for it are level 90 dungeon or tombstone items, so I don't have access to everything I need to complete the glam yet.
This is taking a while. Would you say we switch to a legend mode? Because we are the wrong job type, technically speaking. Want to try for leveling instead? It's gonna be faster to get leveling than anything else. Like, way faster pursuit of leveling.
We can give it a try.
You're level 90, right? Yeah, you're level 90, right?
Yep.
Yeah, hold on.
Yeah.
Machinist level 5. Hold on, check your jobs real quick. Yeah, sure. You know what? No. Way better idea. Little you the bell, baby! Do not underestimate the power of level 100 White Mage. Level 100 White Mage is OP. You're going machinist, huh?
Yeah, I at the very least wanted to show off I finally got the last piece for my machinist glam.
Well, looks like you're going in as machinist.
Yep. I'll make it work.
Yeah, this time I can't. Is he a samurai?
Yep.
Is it a reverse grip? What the hell was the reverse grip sword there for a sec? Oh wait, no. Hard to tell with it's hard to tell with, I guess. Is it really? Unless you're actually looking specifically at the face, you can't really tell with the arrow and the short hair.
final sting.
Yep.
There we go. Now it's on the pad. And now it's off the pad. One more boss for the road.
Fantastic.
Mm-hmm. And with that, I think we can formally wrap things up for the evening.
Indeed.
And I am definitely super eager for the next one because things are really getting good. But for now, thanks again, Stormy. As always, it's been a pleasure. And thanks to everyone who came by to watch the stream. Hope you all enjoyed it, even with me being more on the quiet side because the story just totally sucked me in. So, until next time, take care now. Bye-bye.